Indeed, they seem to recognize us as something more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Get out of this! Piercing roar! Vacuum blade! Dragon
These ones can run quicker that way!
Inferno crossing! Not today!
Can't be the
Ready and raring!
Celestial runner!
Dragon form!
Searing flame!
Look out! Too fast! Stand back! I'll check it out! It's over!
That'll bring you down!
Make it rain!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Now! Here I come!
Here's the
No
evil.
escape!
Can't be
It's
slow.
over!
Freeze laser!
Vacuum blade!
Mega ray!
No further!
Going in!
Dragon form! Dance!
Glacial punch!
Here I come! No escape!
Win!
You're finished! Dragon form! Dance!
Raging Inferno crossing!
Dragon form!
Here's a healing art! Dance in the wind! Air!
Next! Nonsense! Strike! I'm not done! Take this!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons. I'll do my best. Here, let me help.
Inferno crossing!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Too shy to come over.
It's over!
Here, let me help.
I'll heal you all!
Try this.
I'll be saving this one!
Explosive ring!
Healing circle! Wind up! A clean
There.
turn! Listen! Let them
Dragon form! Dragon form!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Vacuum blade! Dance!
Look sharp.
Megasonic thrust!
This one's
Sword Lane
mine.
Alpha! Dragon form! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! Take this!
Going in.
I'm not done! Dragon form! Vacuum blade! Dragon form!
Where are you going?
I'll smash you! Dragon
Here's
form!
a healing art!
I owe you one! Dragon form!
Dance in the wind!
Vacuum
Freeze
blade!
Lancer! Field!
Dragon form! Vacuum blade! Burn it out!
Here's a healing art!
Dragon form!
I'm gone!
There!
Lightning condensed! Radiant!
Take this! No escape!
Take this! Ammo!
You're
Lightning
finished!
strike! Annihilation! Hurricane strike! Lightning strike! I'll heal
Here
you
I
all!
come!
Radiant strike!
I've taken too many hits.
Healing circle!
Appreciate your
this.
help. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malisa! Look sharp.
Take this!
Annihilation!
See what I can do.
Shining supernova! Raging
This one's all mine!
How about this?
Dragon
now!
form!
Hurricane strike!
Beat this! Strike!
Not on my watch! Here's the evil! Hurricane strike!
Not today!
Going in.
Take this!
I'll heal you all!
Now we're not...
Hurricane strike!
Strike! I owe you one.
Hear my killing struggle. I'm ready.
You're mother.
Burning cyclone by the power of
You're mine.
lightning.
Front.
Downfall.
Escape.
Lightning. Burning strike.
Back to
Raging.
play.
No more playing nice. I'll heal you all.
I'll smash you.
No chance. Dance to the wind.
Take this.
Air thrust. Photon blast.
Dragon
Healing
form. Time to let it rip.
Appreciate the help.
I'm ready.
Dragon form. I owe you one.
Wind astral energy.
Megasonic
Make it
thrust.
rain.
Cascade.
Don't leave!
Hey! Blow them away! Shield, you okay?
It's nothing. Don't be so dramatic.
Get lost. Lightning
In a
descent.
bind?
By the power of Dragon
I can read your moves like a book.
Bring them down!
Dance in the wind. Burning.
Dragon form!
Glacial fire. Here.
Legion smells me.
Glacial spear.
Eternal devastation!
Open the stockpile. Freeze.
Release.
Water acid.
Here I come! Fire support!
Healing circle.
Release! Dragon form! Now we're not.
Freezeland.
Dragon form!
Lightning descent.
There!
This one's mine.
Dragon form!
Tiger blade. Now.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops! We on a chance!
One more.
The enemy feels us too.
We'll soon see about that.
Voice flash!
A whirling struggle.
Soaring light spear!
Wind beater. Force.
We're not finished! Deal!
Do it.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Hey! I'm pretty lucky.
Go no further.
You're mine!
Dragon
Shattering of pieces!
So much for talking it out.
Here's evil.
You're mine! Lewis, now! Dragon form!
Here's another.
Dragon form!
Magic is
Glacial blade!
Air thrust.
Burn in hell!
Healing circle.
Take this!
Do it. Inferno. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
A
Not a
whirling
chance!
struggle. Going in.
No further!
Winds of heaven.
Dragon
Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops! I can feel my power growing!
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
I won't forgive you. Hurricane force.
Now you see what I can do!
Lightning strike.
Try harder!
Air hurricane strike.
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
I have no limits! Dragon
Glacial
Claw!
spear. Here's evil. On guard.
Voice Flash! Soaring Light Spear! Megasonic
Hurricane
Thrust!
strike.
Sword Lane Alpha! Prepare to be
Healing
seen!
circle.
I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! Take it! Try harder! My turn!
Thunder blade.
No escape! No escape! one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Gun! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Form!
Inferno Crossing!
Explosive Ring! Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade!
Laser Spear! Pierce evil!
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Freeze Lancer!
I'm not done! Dragon Form!
Healing Art!
Vacuum Blade! I owe you one!
Radiant
Inferno
Fire!
Crossing! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malata! Hurricane
Dragon
Strike!
Form!
Lightning
There!
Strike!
Supernova!
Now my clothes are ruined.
Vacuum Blade!
Annihilation!
Dragon!
Radiant Light!
Not today!
Here, Guardian Shield!
Dragon Form!
Dance in the wind! Air
Dragon Form! I owe you one!
the wind! Air thrust!
Dragon Form!
Let me at it!
Vacuum Blade!
Now you see what I can do!
Here! Take this!
Laser Tiger
Try
Blade!
harder!
Confiscated!
Now!
I will heal you all!
I'm not done!
Water after
Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade!
Lightning
Dragon Form! Back this one! Dragon Form!
Switch to offense!
Winds of heaven!
Here I come! It's over! Dragon Form! There!
Switch to offense!
Dragon Form! You picked the wrong ball! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They really made us work for that one. Go no further!
Is all mine! Here I come!
Flame! Switch to without a trace!
Dragon Form!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Dragon Form!
Explosion! This one's mine!
Now you've gone and kicked me off!
Dragon Form! Vacuum Blade!
Will this help?
Prepare to be seen! Vacuum Blade!
Right after
I owe you one.
waterfall!
No further!
Undo!
Dragon Form!
That's it!
There!
Radiant Light! Here!
Do it! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Here's the healing art!
Vacuum Blade!
Raging
Dragon Form!
Will this help?
Vacuum Blade!
On guard!
I'm not done!
Winds of heaven! Here's the crystal!
Soaring Light Spear!
Now!
Still!
Together! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Don't get complacent. Seriously? Is this a joke? I can carve through
Dragon Form!
You won't bow out night, and you leave me no choice!
Take this! Burn! Bombardment! Now, it's the flaming!
Take it down!
Vacuum Blade! This one's all mine!
Now!
Vacuum
It's
Blade!
over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn! No escape! Dragon Form! There! Pierce!
Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alpha! Crush it!
Tiger Blade!
Sword Rain Alpha! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! Double me! In an instant! Impact Block! My turn! Strike!
Dance in the wind!
Strike!
Hurricane Field!
Void Blast!
I'll be
Soaring
singing!
Look!
Flame!
Try harder! You picked the wrong fight!
Let me help.
Dragon
First
Form!
aid!
I feel sprightlier than before.
That's far enough! Take this! My lord! Can't get out of this! Dragon Swarm!
I can't let the hatred consume me! Inferno!
This one's yours!
Not on my watch!
There! Dragon Swarm! There! This one's all mine! Crashing Blade! Ignite it! Dragon Swarm! Crashing Blade!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! I can carve through one! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! Denied! Dragon Swarm! There!
Hurricane strike!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Try harder! No! Enough! You're finished! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm! There! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With this, I can become even stronger.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds, but neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imeris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zugals like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zugals, then we get some answers. You picked the wrong fight!
Weak point.
I'll smash you!
Down!
Lightning strike! A whirling struggle.
Dragon Swarm! There!
Force!
Vacuum Blade!
Searing flame! Reload! Lightning! More resistance!
Go in.
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Vacuum Blade!
Lightning meteor!
Raging storm!
Inferno crossing!
Long flight!
Look sharp!
Celestial Raven! Razor Cyclone! Celestial
Soaring Light Spear!
Hurricane strike!
Lightning
Lightning strike!
Minute without a trace!
Time to shine!
Take this!
Raging storm!
There!
Piercing roar! Hurricane strike!
Helix of Purity!
Vacuum Blade!
Piercing roar!
Radiant
It's
Blood
over!
Pierce!
Dazzle!
Mega Ray!
Lightning meteor!
Inferno crossing!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Mega Ray! Now
Try this!
Annihilation! Raging
Tidal
Tornado!
Quantum Ring!
Here's a
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop. I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Vacuum Blade!
First aid! This one's mine!
Here I go!
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade!
Vacuum Blade!
Stand in the wind!
Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade!
One flat! Mega Ray!
Ignite!
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do. Here I go.
Vacuum Blade!
Raging
Do it!
Storm!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Point Flash!
Can't be
Come
Mega
on!
Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
I never miss!
Vacuum Blade!
Can't get out of this!
Celestial
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp.
Vacuum Blade! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Lightning meteor!
Anything in armor is
Cannon
all
wall!
mine!
No chance! Healing circle!
Stay away from my friend!
Just what the doctor ordered! Burning lightning orb! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air drop! Thanks! Just
Dragon Swarm! Not now, not ever! This should do it! Dragon Swarm!
Pull myself together. Back into the
Fire on the wind! Sword Rain Alpha! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire! Dragon Swarm!
I'll smash you! Dragon form!
Nothing gets by me! Far enough!
This is looking good.
Here, let me go! First aid!
Dragon form! Vacuum blade!
Feel radiant light!
Now, while it's reeling!
One
Take it
final
down!
push.
Let's finish this off!
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
We master energy!
Ejecting! Dragon form!
Soaring
Vacuum blade!
Here's a healing
Dragon form!
Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do!
Not in your dreams!
Catapult!
Here I go! It's about to strike!
There! Look sharp, everyone!
This is some punishment.
You'll pay for that!
Here! Healing circle! Ready to go!
I'm nearly done for.
Heal form! More where that came from!
There!
Searing form! Reload! Here's a healing arc!
Far enough!
Vacuum blade!
Wind astral
Pull
energy!
myself together!
Searing
Dragon form!
Elusive deity!
Out of it once!
Hitting pile driver! Shattering the pieces! Attack us!
Ignite! Dragon!
Now you see what I can do!
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now it's just her! Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
That vision we saw, it was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent. Soon, you might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first. I want to make sure I go into whatever comes next completely prepared.